Black Hill is very clearly visible from Krasnoyarsk. It is the crater of an extinct volcano. It is hard to imagine that 1,000,000 years ago, flames raged here, smoke poured, fire-breathing lava streams erupted from the mouth to the ground. Interestingly, in the Department of Civil Defense and Emergencies, it is listed as an active volcano. The place is shrouded in legends. One says that a treasure is buried here, the second that a shaman tree grows here. The Japanese prisoners revered this mountain because it reminded them of their home, Mount Fuji. 3 years ago, there was a media report that a human skeleton taller than 3 meters had been discovered near this mountain. Experts from Moscow came to collect it, dug it up, and took it away. Since then, there has been no further information about the discovery. The article was a media hoax. The motives behind the publication are unclear. The public claims that the information has been classified and deliberately concealed from the general public. However, it is unclear why and for what purpose. We have reached out to the Krasnoyarsk Regional Museum of Local Lore. I would like to say a few words about the museum. It is a world-class gem. It is the oldest museum in Siberia and the Far East. It is one of the largest museums in Russia. The current building of the Krasnoyarsk Museum of Local Lore took a long time to build. This was due to various circumstances. There was a fire, a war, and more. Construction began in 1912. It was completed in 1929. The building is in the modern Oriental style. The composition imitates the architecture of an ancient Egyptian temple. As expected, a design competition was held. The competition was won by architect Chernyshov. There were many opponents of this project. The main argument was that the Egyptian style did not fit into the Siberian theme. However, the majority voted in favor of the project. It should be noted that in those years, the entire world was fascinated by Egypt. Krasnoyarsk was no exception. Professor Nikolai Makarov. There are no known facts about the discovery of giant human remains. They are described as being 2 meters tall, maybe 2.5 meters. But certainly not 3 or 5 meters. Especially since there's a wave of such fake news on the internet right now. So-called sensations are being artificially created. And the author's goals are clear: to attract as many viewers as possible. And to make money from it. On the way to Khakassia, we stop at a landmark. A black birch tree grows here. Shamans perform rituals in this place. In the wild 90, it was all hung with money. The belief in those years was that you should tear a bill in half to fix on the birch, the second to keep with you. They say it will bring financial success. The Baalbek mound was built in the 3rd century BC. It represented the power of the rulers of the Tagar kingdom. It is framed by slabs weighing from 30 to 50 tons. These slabs were transported 20 kilometers from the stone quarries in the steppe. According to the Khokha's legend, white giants were involved in the construction of the monument. And the shamans say that the stones came on their own, just like on the distant island of Easter. Of great interest are two stones menhir, up to 3 meters high, and standing side by side, like a gate. In their area there is a two-band geomagnetic anomaly. The stones have worn by the hands of people, believing in their miraculous healing power. Shamans come here for purification, to recharge energy, to perform their rituals. The mysteries of the menhirs have not been fully solved. There is still a hypothesis that this place is an alien observatory and spaceport. Baalbek is located 100 kilometers from the capital of Lebanon, Beirut. There are artifacts located here that are ranked among the wonders of the world. Here we can see the remains of 3 temples, but the most interesting is the terrace, an older structure. Monolithic blocks weighing from 300 to 700 tons of granite, perfect geometric shape, amazing installation accuracy. It is impossible to insert a needle into the gap between the blocks. 2 kilometers from the site, in the quarry, lies the Gallard el-Kibli block. The stone of the south. It measures 4.5 meters by 4.5 meters and is 23 meters long. According to various estimates, it weighs more than 1,000 tons. There is a theory that it is not separated from the base of the quarry. When exploring the site, the following questions arose. What methods were used to process the blocks of superhard rocks? What technologies were employed in the polishing of the columns? They have a perfect surface, polished to a mirror shine. How were blocks weighing 700 tons or more transported from the quarry to the site several kilometers away? Even now, in our time, such a task is quite problematic for the existing technology. There are many versions of guesses. In the Old Testament it is said that Cain, the son of Adam and Eve, notorious for killing his own brother Abel, built in the year 423 from the creation of the world, to hide from the wrath of the God Yahweh. For construction, he brought giants. Again giants. In the myths and legends of the peoples of various continents, there are references to giant creatures, but no remains have been found, and the myth remains a myth. There is a theory that the terrace was built by aliens, or by people from highly advanced civilizations, who later left the earth. It is possible that the people of those times possessed advanced technologies that are unknown to modern civilization. Professor Nikolai Makarov, the version of the construction of the Baalbek Terrace by aliens, or giants, possessing technologies unknown in our time, is invented to attract tourists to Lebanon. Modern science claims that these monumental structures were created by the labor of ordinary people. Physical parameters, which do not differ from ours with blocks, are made using tools for manual processing. Transportation of blocks was carried out using rollers, Trosov, well-known levers Archimedes. Before the reduction of friction, fats of vegetable or animal origin were used. We are all built in such a way that we want to believe in a miracle. It goes back to childhood, since when adults read us fairy tales at night, they say that domestic cats came to us from ancient Egypt. There is also a version that these are agents of alien civilizations, assigned to monitor us, the Earthlings. Poem. The subtle world sometimes sends us with you a hint. My father once told me about it. There's a terrace in Baalbek. Cain created it. The steps are steep. It's hard to walk. He hired giants for the construction. He surprised the world with this mysterious object. Others claim that aliens were here. And they created all the monuments in half a day. Cats live in Egypt and all over the world. There's a theory that they're watching us. Don't listen to fairy tales. Take your suitcase. You'll see everything for yourself. When you arrive in Lebanon,